Hey, didn't see you there. Just been watching old Disney stuff. Lost track of time. Well, come here. Let me show you some of it. Alright, so I imagine we all love Disney. We've seen all the movies. You know, you've got the Mulans, the Small Mermaids, all that fun stuff. But we never really think about what came before all that. What made this company with a mouse mascot so great? Let's take a look. Now, where did Disney start? Surprisingly, it was not a factory full of rainbows and cheer. Disney started up his animation company after he joined the military under his brother's name. After he came back, he tried to start up his own animation company, which didn't get popular until Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Disney wasn't just a one-trick pony either. He eventually ended the Alice in Wonderland series in favor of his next big series with Universal, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. It's ironic, since Oswald wasn't very lucky after all. His first debu's name is probably the best representation of Disney's betrayal. Trolley troubles. Oswald himself was a great new character to the arsenal of Disney's different animations. Just in the first short, there are so many amazing things that happen. The train came at you, the viewer, while you were watching. It was animation on the Z-axis. Oswald was a resounding success. But Disney had gotten screwed. A lovable man by the name of Charles Mintz negotiated the deal between Disney Studios and Universal. Mintz didn't just help Disney, though. He also helped himself by giving all the rights of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit to Universal. And he didn't stop there. No. He took all the animators from Disney Studios and transferred them to the studio of his brother-in-law, George Winkler. Because if you don't have your families back, then who do you have? Am I right? A year later, in 1929, Mintz got his just desserts when he also lost the rights to Oswald to Universal. Oswald was now under the creative direction of Walter Lantz. So what happened next? It seems like Walt Disney was in a bit of a pickle now that his moneymaker was gone, and he had to come up with a new idea, or else moving his whole studio to California would be pointless. I think we all know who came next. The one, the only, the most well-known character around the world, Mickey Mouse. Disney was back on track. It was all thanks to his new character. The first short shown to the public was Steamboat Willie, a classic to many. It was also the beginning of the end, when it came to Disney himself actually doing the animation. He had his finger in too many pies and needed to focus more on the production than the actual drawings for the animation. This is when the one friend who had stayed loyal to Walt Disney became more prominent. UbiWorks' decision to stay allowed him to become the lead animator for Disney Studios. As the business expanded, things became more streamlined. So Disney hired Carl Stalling to do the music for the studio. This wasn't enough though. Disney thought that more could be done. The animations were too flat. There had to be a way to make them more three-dimensional. So Disney invented the multi-plane camera. By using layers for each part of the background, animators were able to bring more life and believability to the animations that viewers were watching. Disney tested out the new technology they made by making shorts called Silly Symphonies. They were amazingly well done and were a lot of fun. But, something seems a little fishy for some reason. I feel like someone else actually invented the multiplane camera before Walt Disney. So you're telling me Disney didn't invent the multiplane camera? It was a woman by the name of Lout Reniger. She actually invented the first multiplane camera that she used for her paper cutout animation. It looks like Disney wasn't as original as we'd like to think. We like to hold him on a pedestal, but Disney was actually known to be a racist, lie, and didn't exactly pay his women equal to his men. No, that's not my Disney. My Disney is family friendly and perfect. I just can't. Stop the video, I'm done.
John, what are you doing?
Darcy, stop the
John, no!
Sorry about that, where were we? Oh, right, the Silly Symphonies. They're an animation used to practice experimental techniques before Disney Studios implemented them into their more mainstream products. After the first Silly Symphony, UbiWorks decided it was time for him to take his leave, as Walt Disney was wanting to take things in a different direction. Carl Stalling also felt that it was time to leave the studio, leaving Walt Disney as the top dog at the studio. As the Silly Symphonies continued, Disney introduced Technicolor into the animation. It was a hit with the viewers. Everyone loved it. But who did the color and line art for the animations after the animators were done? The women, of course. For some reason, Disney Studios didn't think women could be animators, but believed they had an eye for detail and color. Take a look at this.
Gee, do you use all this paint for just one Donald Duck picture?
That's just part of it. We use about 20 gallons for every Donald Duck picture.
Gee. I'm very expensive.
At the time, women weren't getting equal pay, but they deserved a whole lot more money for all the work that they were doing. Disney Studios was building up more and more, reaching higher above themselves. Along came the 9 old men: Les Clark, Eric Larson, Milt Kahl, Ward Kimball, Frank Thomas, Mark Davis, Ollie Johnson, John Lousenberry, Wooly Reitherman. These men blew away what Disney had been and paved what it would become.
No, you told me that this gig would pay twice that. Now you listen here. I'll call you back. Now, where were we? Oh, right. Disney strove for more, so he began creating feature-length films such as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Fantasia. It was a peek into the future of what Disney would be. Give me a second. Hold up. Excuse me? That's it? I quit? You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Wait, John, no.
I'm done.
John!
I'm done.
John!
I don't need this.
John, come back!
No, I don't need.
John! Come on.
No,
We can talk through this.
No. You know what?
John!
No.
John!
I swear to God.
Huh, well, I guess this is it. Alright, well, thank you for taking the time to listen. We appreciate all the time you spent learning about Walt Disney and his studio. It was a lot of fun getting to talk about the beginnings of a now gigantic studio, and we hope you can appreciate hearing everything you've learned today. Alright, see you later.